I remember in 2009 when I got the phone call that my father had passed away. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. The first person I can think of to call was my bishop, because he had knew what my dad was going through after finding out that he had stage 4 cancer on Christmas. I immediately called Pastor Younger, and he literally ministered to my heart and to my spirit at that time, because I've never dealt with anything like that before. Secondly, I remember on July 3rd of 2015 when I got the call that my brother was killed in a motorcycle accident, and I wasn't able to tell Bishop myself because it was the same way that I found out that my dad died. However, Bishop met me on the road on my way to Charlottesville to catch the train, just to hug me and just to pray for me. And this is why I love you, man of God, because no matter what has happened in my life, 2 of the most major events you were there for. And even on July 12th, on the day of my brother's funeral, you were in Canada that weekend. And while we were sitting down Sunday at the wake, my mom turned around and looked at me and said, "Breezy, your pastor is here." And then all of a sudden my heart just melted, because I said, this man literally came all the way from Canada just to be here, just to show his face at my brother's funeral. And that night when you spoke, you had ministered to so many people, and people have texted me since then telling me, this is someone I need to know, and I'm glad that you are connected with him. So Bishop Younger, I do appreciate you, and this month is well deserving for the person that you are and who you have been to not just me, but to everyone. And I appreciate you and I love you.
Hey Bishop, I remember when last year, Pentecost Sunday 2014, it was when I first was baptized with the Holy Ghost. My God, what a great Sunday that was, and I remember it like yesterday. And then during that service, you prophesied to me, and everything that you said that day has truly come to pass. And I just want to say thank you. I love you. I appreciate you, everything you do for us, as the church. Just the small conversations that we've had after church, Bible study that you did for me at the salon. I'm so grateful to you. And this month is all about you. And I just wanted to say I love you and I appreciate you so much. May God continue to bless you. Everything that you desire, I pray that He gives it to you.
Hey, Bishop, behold how good and pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. As much as you preach about the dew of Hermon that descended upon the mountains of Zion, and as it went down to the skirts of his garment, those are things that I would truly remember. I remember when I first met you on the road when you was preaching in Maryland, and I came to hear you preach, and the word that you left me with just inspired me so much. And I just want to thank you for just giving us an opportunity to be a part of the Ram Church and just to interact with you and to learn so much from your wisdom and from your knowledge that you spread, especially throughout telling the tales about your family. Just thank you so much, and God bless you, and may heaven smile upon you, and there's nothing you can do about it as we love you both. Thank you.
So I remember when a few months ago I started coming to the church in January, end of January, beginning of February, and a few months in, I'd left church. It was the end of the service, and Bishop actually called me back into the church and prophesied over my life. And he mentioned things that no one in the church honestly could have known, because I didn't really know anyone in the church. And he just prophesied over my life, and I have seen those things start to happen over the last few months. And I just want to thank Bishop Younger for just his words every Sunday, but specifically that Sunday, and just what a man of God he is, and just how the Lord uses him, how he's touched my life in just a few short months. So I just thank you so much for just speaking truth and being willing and open to share what the Lord has laid on your heart. So thank you so much.
I remember about a year ago from, it was a Wednesday night service, and Bishop was just talking, and in the middle of talking, he told me to stand up and started prophesying over me that I would be a piano player and that I would learn quick, and ever since then I've just been learning and started playing here, and it was just amazing how what he said and how it happened, and he's poured into my life to actually help me with that too. I appreciate him for that, and I appreciate him in general for just being there and being a mentor to me, helping me out and speaking over me positive things and guiding me.
I remember about 3 years ago when I began my search. Or the search to find my biological father. And Bishop Younger and Minister Kelly Galloway at the time, they were helping me find him, and we found his phone number. And I called, and Kelly called, and Brittany Smith, she also helped me in trying to reach out to him, and I was never able to get in touch with him, and it hurt because I never met my biological father, and I really was excited about meeting him, I was excited about getting to know him, and I was excited about just knowing that side of my family, because I don't know anybody from that side of my family. But when I realized that he didn't want to talk to me, when I realized that it more than likely wasn't going to happen where I would get to meet him, Bishop prophesied to me, and he encouraged me, and he took me in as his daughter. And ever since that time, he has been more than a father. He's been a mentor. He's been a spiritual father. He's been a natural father to me. He has become a natural father to me, and his family is my family. And not only I appreciate you, Bishop, but my mom appreciates you for taking that role in my life. She's seen how my life has changed since I've had someone step in and be a father to me and give the love that I have been longing for. My whole family appreciates you. My sister, my grandpa, we all appreciate you for being a wonderful pastor, a wonderful person, a person of dignity and integrity, that even when we're not in this church and you're at home and in your private time, you still go so hard for God, and we appreciate that. Love you, Bishop. I love you, Dad.
I remember about my childhood when I was constantly feeling rejected by my family, not about my mother, but about my family, my uncle, my aunts. And I remember when I had a lot of birthdays without nobody coming and nobody remember about me, but everybody remember about everybody else, but not me. And I remember when I was in the Bishop Younger's house on my last birthday, and they made me a happy birthday party. was feeling so blessed, and I was feeling so special that time. And I didn't remember how was that feeling for a long time ago. And I remember when he came with a picture saying that some people look for a beautiful place and others just make the place beautiful. And he said that to me, and that meant so much to me. And I still have that in my heart here. So I'm just here today to say how much I love you, Bishop, how much I appreciate you. And you've been a blessing, not just for me, but for 1,000 people, for nations, for everyone around you, and now for the world. And I just want to thank you, and I thank God for your life. I love you so much.
Praise the Lord, and greetings to you, Bishop Younger from the Cage family. I remember back when years ago you had came up to Watertown, New York, and you visited me in a desperate and dire time in my life. And you know, every time I see you, my life changes. I told you that before, and I appreciate you, the man that God has made you, and all of the lives that you touch. I'm happy, and my family, we are happy to be a part of the ministry, and we support you all the way. And we just want you to know that we love you, we appreciate you, and we thank God for you. And we love you, Bishop Younger.
We love you, Bishop.
We love you, Bishop.
I remember when I received a call 5 years ago. I had just gotten to work. It was a good day. And around 3, I got a call that said that there had been an accident in New York concerning my father. We were told we don't know the extent, so just pray. And immediately, naturally, I went into panic mode. I left work and went home. Went to pack my bags to go home and be with my family. And about halfway through my trip, my sister called me and, told me that it wasn't looking too good. And that, then we found out that 6 of our relatives had passed all at one time, 2 of which being my father and my stepmother. And the rest were in the hospital fighting for their lives. And it's in those times when you get those kind of calls that it really just shakes you to your core. And I remember Bishop Younger calling me and not even having all the right words, but just letting me know that he would be there every step of the way. And he truly fulfilled every word of it. He prayed for me. He loved on me. He let me know he was coming to the funeral. And I was like, okay, Bishop, well, thank you. Because with his schedule, didn't really expect him to make it. But he did. And that meant the world to me. I remember being there and standing over my father's casket. And it was as if no one else was in the room but me and him. And I felt a hand, slip across my shoulder. And naturally, I thought it was one of my brothers or my uncles or a relative to console me. And through my tears, I looked up, and it was Bishop Younger. And I remember him holding me and standing with me as they closed the casket. And he has truly been with me every step of the way. From then, he let me know he couldn't do much, but he would be a father to me. And he has been so much more. He has fathered me. He has covered me. He has counseled me. He has loved on me. He's taken in my children as his grandchildren. And that means the world to me, because on my side, that is the only grandfather my children will ever know. And that truly is Bishop Younger's heart. He's a servant. He's a leader. He's a preacher. But he's a father. I know he's been a father to all of us, but just even on a personal note, there have been times where I just needed a father to just hug me, to call me and say, what are you doing? To say I'm praying for you, and even being grown to correct me. And he has never missed a beat. He has been there. He's been there at my wedding. He's been there at every birth of my child. And that's what I appreciate the most about him. The spiritual word he imparts, but the natural wisdom that he gives to me daily. So Bishop Younger, I honor you. I honor you as a man of God. I honor you as a father. And just know that I love you and I appreciate you.
I think I first met Bishop, we were at Cookout, and everyone was eating, and we had words, and I just knew that there was a presence on him, that the Lord was using him in ways that I would not understand, but a way that I needed, because I had been looking for a church home and a good pastor, and I couldn't find it. But from day one, since I've been coming to the Rant, I mean, he's been everything I've ever needed. And as a pastor, I really appreciate that. I just want to say thank you, Bishop.